Game, our second game of the doubleheader, the Jackson State men and the Southern University Jaguars. Jackson State coming out in their white jerseys with the gray or silver numbers on the back and the front. They have the words Tigers along the front of the jerseys in blue. Southern in their gold jerseys and pants with the Columbia blue numbers. All right, Trey, your thoughts on this game coming in? Who needs to step up for Jackson State?
Well, we just need to have we need Chris Howell from the beginning, but more than anything, it's going to be a collective effort and not be a letdown coming off a big win on Saturday against rival Alcorn State. This is a game where it can send us off on the road very well. We don't want to go on the road 2-2. Going on the road 3-1 with the toughest swing of our schedule. Prairie View, Texas Southern, and Grambling coming up. We've got to go out tonight and be the first to throw a punch because we know that Southern is going to play hard. They knocked us out of the SWAC tournament last season.
Oh, they sure did, didn't they?
Beat us twice, came in here and knocked us off as well. So we've got to come out and understand that this game means a lot more than any game we've played already this season.
One guy to look out for is Eddie Reese. He really hurt Jackson State the last time out, and he's one of the starters tonight for Southern University as Jackson State has turned the lights down. And what I really like about this atmosphere is they have turned it into like a party setting.
Oh, most definitely. You can definitely tell that school is back in. The students are back. The music is playing. The band is here. This atmosphere is better than the atmosphere that we had for our rivals on Alcorn on Saturday. So this is the type of atmosphere you want as a player. This is what you come to college for. This is what you come to an HBCU for right here.
Absolutely. They have turned the lights out, and fans are using their cell phones to light it up. It looks really nice here at the Athletics and Assembly Center. Nice crowd here tonight as the JSU players are being introduced to this home crowd. Jackson State 2-1 in the conference. I don't think many people thought JSU would be 2-1 at this point in the season.
Definitely did not. I mean, they picked us to finish 8th in the preseason standings. I think they underestimate the coaching prowess of a Coach Brent and the style of play that he's going to instill in the guys. It's going to be toughness. It's going to be a fight. They're going to be out there and scrap and claw. So you never can count out a Coach Brent team. It's just going to take a few extra offensive plays down the stretch in either of these games to put us over the hump.
All right, elsewhere in the SWAC, Alabama State trailing Mississippi Valley early in that ball game, 8-7 in Itta Bena. Grambling is at home, and they are putting it to Alcorn right now, leading 31-19 with about 6 minutes to go in the first half. And Arkansas Pine Bluff leading Alabama A&M 15-6. All right, so we are just about set to get this one underway. Jackson State basketball this season brought to you by Zaxby's, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Mississippi, Richard Schwartz and Associates, Steeple Investment, Porter's Insurance, Team Logic IT, Hope Credit Union, Pizza Hut, Griffith Financial Services, Holden Body Shop, and McCullum Physical Therapy are our sponsors tonight. All right, we're getting set to get this one underway. In the circle for Southern University will be Alex Ennis. He'll be tipping it off against Benji Wallace of JSU. All right, and the tip is controlled by Southern as they operate from left to right. Jaguars in the front court to our right. They try to work it inside, almost lost the handle to the basketball. And the Jaguars trying to penetrate that shot off the glass, no good. But early on, guess what? We have a foul.
They started it already.
Sidney Omunde was fouled on his way to the basket. On the floor for Southern, Richard Lee, a 6'4 senior from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Alex Ennis, a 6'9", 225-pound senior from Kingston, Jamaica. Sidney Omunde, he's a 6'7 senior from San Antonio, Texas. And rounding out the starters for Southern is Jaden Sadler, a 6'1 freshman from Aberdeen, Maryland, and Eddie Reese, a 6'1 senior from Detroit, Michigan.
I don't think Eddie Reese is available to play tonight.
These JSU fans are going to stand up until they get a shot. So Southern 1 of 2 from the free throw line as they lead it 1-0. So Peanut has it for Jackson State. Dontelius Ross as they work it inside, and their reverse layup is good by the Tigers.
Great job by Chris Howell executing, running along that baseline and laying it in.
Chris Howell gives Jackson State a 2-1 lead over the Jaguars. Good to see him back on the floor. Also, Benji Wallace, who suffered a minor injury against Alabama State. That shot blocked by the Tigers defense, which is best in the conference. Jackson State back in the front court. Howell working that ball around the perimeter. Now back into the hands of Howell along the left side of the lane. He's up with it off the glass. It's good.
That's what you want to see right there. Exciting start right there for Chris Howell. 2 for 2 here early in the game. He had a slow start against Alcorn, but if he gets going early, it's going to be hard to stop him.
Jaden Sattler with the basketball for Southern University. Now the story is Eddie Reese. Where is Eddie Reese?
I'm told that he's being held out for disciplinary reasons.
Wow, that's good news for Jackson State. As I say that, Sidney Amunde hits the shot from the top, cutting JSU's lead to 4-3. What did he do?
I'm not sure, but he did not play in the second half against Grambling on Saturday.
Wow, that is some fantastic news. I thought I saw a 22 down there on the floor. Maybe that was a 32. I guess I'm tired.
That long first game.
Here's William Brown. Almost lost the basketball, and he does. Southern will have it. And they bring it to the front court to our right. Here's a three-point attempt from the top for Southern. No good. Rebound, Jackson State. Tigers limiting Southern to only one shot. JSU 4, Southern 3. Ross with it, dribbles to the right wing. Now the Tigers go inside. Off the glass is Chris Howell.
Chris Howell 3 for 3. And wow, again, that's what you want to see if you're Coach Brent and any Jackson State fan. That's a good look for the Tigers.
Ooh, what a move by Jaden Sattler, who went in with the layup to cut JSU lead to 6-5.
Southern playing Jackson State man-to-man here.
Just underway. Nice look inside to Peanut, who scored.
Good backdoor cut right there by Peanut. Another good find. Chris Howell has scored or assisted on every basket for the Tigers here early on.
3 minutes gone by here in the first half. Jackson State with an 8-5 lead. Jaden Sattler bringing it into the front court for Southern. Sattler puts it into the hands of Umunde. Munde behind the back, stolen away by Peanut. Jackson State with a 3-on-2 break. Bounce pass to Benji Wallace. He went up with it and draws a foul.
Good job right there by Peanut, being in the perfect position on defense and then getting out and running the floor. That's what the Tigers have to do tonight. Take advantage of the turnovers and get easy baskets in transition.
Sean Woods, the head coach at Southern University. We know him from his history at Mississippi Valley and at Morehead State. So at the line, Jackson State is Benji Wallace from Houma, Louisiana, transferred from University of New Orleans, and hits the free throw and extends Jackson State's lead to 9-5. So Sean Woods back in the SWAC coaches.
Definitely back in the SWAC, and it's good to see him back. He did a very, very, very good job at Mississippi Valley.
Well, he didn't have anything pleasant to say when he left Valley.
I mean, he was at Valley, so maybe he was speaking of Valley.
Well, he wasn't, he didn't mince words when he left. Wallace hits them both. Yeah, he didn't.
That's a tough place
to
coach.
I would really like to see when he goes back, when Southern goes up there to play, how he will be received.
Valley is definitely a tough place to coach. The resources are a little bit different.
Well, Strip did it.
That was old school. Strip is old school.
Okay, I got you. All right, Jackson State extends to a 10-5 lead, and that shot is off the glass, and it's good by Richard Lee of the Jaguars. Jackson State with a 10-7 lead, and the Tigers have the basketball.
The Jaguars have switched to a zone defense here early on.
And they come away with the steal. Southern in transition. Peanut gets it right back, but they call a foul on Ross.
Tigers have to be aware when the Jaguars are switching defense. Obviously, zone has caused us problems early on, so they just went to a zone.
All right, 15:41 to go here in the first half. There's a timeout on the floor. We'll take a 1-minute break as well. It's Jackson State 10 and Southern 7. We're back after this on the Tiger Sports Network.
To 4-1-4-4-4 to give today's support the Sonic Boom of the South.
They beat him?
Yeah, in overtime.
That's the second loss. What's his name? Judge
Braves.
We are back at the Athletics and Assembly Center. Jackson State basketball this season brought to you by Griffith Financial Services, specializing in life insurance, retirement and business planning, and wealth management. Financial expert Jim Griffith has been serving the needs of the client for over 25 years. Give Jim a call at 1-800-361-6542 or log on to griffithfinancialservices.com. In the first half, Jackson State has not missed a shot. They're 2 of 2 from the floor. Southern shooting 60, is that 80%? 50%, sorry. So out of the timeout, the Jaguars will have the basketball. Eddie Reese not on the floor. Is he on the bench? He's not with the team?
From what I was told, he wasn't even with the team. I can't see down there.
So that's a big break for Jackson State with Eddie Reese not being on this team tonight. And you don't want to hurt your team. Whatever he did, you just don't want to hurt your team, man.
They've actually been playing better basketball without him. They were down 18 against Grambling. He played the first half. He didn't play the second half. They came back and took the lead against Grambling.
Right, here's a shot from the right wing by Southern. No good. In and out by Jaden Sadler. Jackson State with a rebound. Benji Wallace brings it into the front court, gives it to Ross. Now back over to Jontrell Walker. Jackson State with a 10-7 lead, 17 to shoot. Wallace from the top. Here's Peanut for 3 from the right wing. It's in and out, no good. Rebound goes to the Southern Jaguars. They're trying to work that ball inside, and shot is good by Sidney Umude, and he was fouled on the play, and he'll go to the line, trying to give Southern time to tie the game up, rather.
And that's what happens when you have a shot blocker like Javius McKinnis in the game. He goes after everything, so it kind of leaves you naked on the weak side.
So at the line for Southern is Umude. He is a 6'7" senior from San Antonio, Texas, trying to complete the three-point play, and he does, and we're tied at 10. It's our first tie of the ball game. The Tigers will bring it to the front court. Jontrell Walker being played by Sadler. Now to Ross. Ross dribbles to his left to the near side of the front court. Back out high to Wallace. They work the ball around. 11 to shoot. Here's a three-pointer from the left side by Wallace. No good. Lemmy Howard, who's in the game, puts it back up, but he did not get it to fall. And Southern with the rebound.
Again, Southern showing that zone, and we've struggled this season against 2-3 zones.
Jaguars in the front court to our right. Shot clock down to 10. Jaguars in the lane, and they're going to call a foul on Jackson State as Sadler penetrated.
Tiger foul, Jontrell Walker.
So Jontrell Walker picks up that foul for JSU. And the Jags will inbound the ball along the baseline.
Great crowd in here tonight.
Absolutely, and they are certainly enthusiastic. So 17 to shoot as the Jaguars inbound the basketball. They have it in the front court to our right. trying to look inside to Brian Ossie. 7 to shoot for the Jags. They're going to have to put it up. Here's a shot in the lane. It's good.
Tigers have got to cut off that dribble drive penetration. And now Southern showing a 2-2-1 full court press.
Destin Dunton with that shot. He's listed as number 11, but he's wearing number 33, man.
It's like that everywhere we go in the SWAC.
Absolutely. Here's a three-pointer from the top. No good for Jackson State. And Southern with the rebound. Jaguars 12, Tigers 10. Southern with its first lead of the night. Ball almost stolen away by the Tigers, kept alive by Southern. Sean Woods, the head coach of the Jaguars. 8 to shoot. There's a shot from the top off the front of the rim, no good. And a foul is going to be called on Sidney Umunde as he knocked down Wallace on his way into the front court.
Good job right there by Benji Wallace, forcing Umunde into taking a contested mid-range jump shot.
Southern 12, Jackson State 10. Coming out of the ball game for JSU is Chris Howell.
And right here, this is where Benji Wallace and possibly Lemmy Howard have to step up. Chris Howell goes to the bench. He's been hot here early. They have to be more aggressive and take over.
With the basketball is John Trail Walker. Walker for 3 from the top is off the front of the rim. Short back tap controlled by JSU as they keep it alive. Into the hands of Duntelius Ross, also known as Peanut. Now, do they call him that because of the size of his head?
It may have a little bit to do with that.
Okay.
Don't hold me to that.
No. Here's Walker for 3 from the left side. No good. Jackson State coming into this game. Not a very good three-point shooting team. They've missed all three-pointers so far tonight. And this shot off the glass by the Jags as they extend to a 14-10 lead.
Yeah, Rob, like you said, we haven't been shooting the basketball well from 3, shooting only 25% on the season from the beyond the arc.
And that ranks dead last in the conference. Southern is ranked 4th in three-point shooting. But Jackson State is first in defending the 3. 6 to shoot for the Tigers. And they throw it away.
There's a media timeout.
We have a timeout on the floor. 11:42 to go. Jackson State trailing the Jaguars 14-10. We're back after this 1-minute break on the Tigers Sports Network.
1-3-16. Onside the play, we got free throw contest. I need 30 seconds on the shot clock. You gotta
You looking for Keith? Oh, okay. Okay. Jamon, Amani, next time I'll bring you some more headphones so you can listen. After they get that little road trip out the way.
There's 2. There's 3. You got 2 more. You got 2 more. One more. You got 2 more. Good job. Y'all give a round of applause.
Jackson State basketball this season brought to you by Zaxby's, which sponsors our halftime shootout. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Mississippi, Richard Schwartz and Associates, Steeple Investments, Porter's Insurance, Team Logic IT, Hope Credit Union, Pizza Hut, Griffith Financial Services, Bolden Body Shop, and McCullum Physical Therapy. Rob J. Trey Johnson bringing you the play-by-play story of tonight's ball game between Jackson State and Southern University. The Lady Tigers lose by 1 in game number 1. Right now, the Tigers down 14-10 to Southern after jumping out to a 4-1 lead over the Jaguars. Where are you getting all these snacks? Southern out of the timeout with the basketball. Destin Dunman loses it, and here comes JSU. So not a good play out of the timeout for Southern. Wallace from the left baseline, it is good.
Nice job right there by Jontrell Walker penetrating and dropping off to Benji for a nice little push shot from the baseline.
Jackson State 2 of 2 from the free throw line in this game. For the game, they're shooting 40%. Southern shooting 60% on 6 of 10 shooting. Jaguars lose the basketball again, and they turn it over. Jackson State with a 14-12 lead. I mean, you're just full of snacks tonight. What? Do you have your own snack machine?
I know people.
Okay. And then you going right up my alley with these cookies. All right, the Tigers have it after that turnover by the Jaguars. Wallace with it on the right wing, now out high to Peanut. Peanut dribbles to his left to the near court. 11 to shoot for JSU. Wallace to Walker. Walker pulls up for 3. It's in and out again. Jackson State cannot knock down these open threes.
Right now, we're 0 for 6 from downtown.
Here's Southern now. Umude almost had it taken away, but Southern keeps it alive with the basketball for the Jaguars. Aaron Ray, who's in the game for the first time. Sean Woods telling his team to slow it down. Jaden Sadler, the freshman from Aberdeen, Maryland. 9 to shoot for Southern. Ray out high with a 3 to shoot. Down to 2, down to 1. And he shoots at the buzzer, no good. And they call a foul on JSU to bail him out?
Yeah, actually, Dontelius Ross, Peanut bailed him out right there. He was going to take a mid-range pull-up jump shot. All he had to do was contest, stuck his hand in the cookie jar, got caught.
All right, keep my eye on Sean Woods, because you know he
will put his hands on you.
Yeah. Seems like he's calmed down a little bit. So, free throw by Destin Dunton of Southern is good. And the Jaguars extend to a 15-14 lead.
Destin Dunton at the line for Southern.
Southern coming into this game ranked 2nd in the conference in free throws. Destin Dunton missed the second. Lemmy Howard with the rebound, and here come the Tigers, trailing 15-13. William Brown in the game for JSU. He can shoot the outside shot. He did a great job against Alabama State. Also in the game for JSU.
Hunter Shelton out there as well. He's another guy that can shoot the 3.
Lemmy Howard from the right baseline, and it's good.
Good job of the Tigers working that ball around the perimeter, going inside out as well, finding Lemmy Howard for a short corner jump shot.
Lemmy Howard, who can shoot the long-range shot to be such a big man.
Does a great job from outside. He's a very good pick and pop, catch and shoot 3-point shooter.
8 to shoot for the Jaguars. They let that shot clock run down, and Jackson State causes them fits. Down to 3, down to 2. They're not going to get this off. And Jackson State's basketball after the offensive foul committed by the Jaguars. Foul called on Sidney Umude.
And that's a signature of the Tigers. Defensive stops, making it hard in the half court, forcing Southern to take shots that they don't want to take.
Southern with a 15-14 lead with 9:01 to play here in the first half. Sean Woods has tapped his player on the side. He's calmed down, man, from the last time I saw him.
I mean, I don't really have a problem with his physical nature,
no,
as long as it's not a slap or punch.
No, you would have had a problem with that.
Don't choke me, slap me, punch me. But if he's doing it in good nature to rile up his guys, I understand.
Hunter Shelton, cross-court pass. 6 to shoot for JSU. William Brown knocks it down.
Great shot from Brisby, what we like to call him, shooting an astonishing 58% from three-point range. He hasn't taken a lot of them, but when he does take them, he makes them.
Brisby from Forest Hill, and like I said, and I saw him in the Alabama State game. Let him fire it up from 3, man. He's knocking them down. Here's Southern in the lane. Shot is blocked by Howard. Back come the Tigers. This is a scrappy JSU basketball team. And they play together. Howard for 3, actually from 2 from way outside. No good. It's an air ball. Rebounded by the Jags.
Had the look he wanted. Stepped right into it. Just was a little strong on it.
Dunton in the lane. Almost lost it. Working against Wallace. Loses the ball. Actually missed a shot. Here come the Tigers. Brisby, as you call him. From beyond the arc, cross-court pass to Wallace. Back to Brown near the JSU logo. 14 to shoot for the Tigers. Brown has it way out high as they work it in the lane. Turnaround shot is good by the Tigers.
Good job right there by Justin Johnson getting the ball in the teeth of the zone. And we need to see more of that from him.
Jackson State 19, Southern 15, and Coach Woods is getting a little bit heated right now. Coming up on 7 minutes to play here in the first half. Fast-moving first half as the Jaguars have it. Brendan Brooks from Dallas, Texas, has the basketball. Southern works it along the left of the lane, and another turnover by the Jags. And this is right up Coach Brett's alley.
Tigers definitely playing to the scouting report, forcing guys to do things that they don't do well on the Southern University team. And we've got them right where we want them.
All right, 6:50 to go here in the first half. It's Jackson State 19, Southern 15. We're back after this 1-minute break on the Tiger Sports Network. I want to eat up all your food. Yeah. Ooh, where you come from?
My wife made it. That's my wife right there.
That's your wife, too?
Mm-hmm.
You never introduced me to your wife.
I mean, we ain't never had a chance to be like, hey.
Oh, okay. Don't eat up all your food. What she say about you doing this?
What?
What she say about you doing the game?
Get paid.
Hey, Coach!
Coach, what's going on? You can have that last one, man. I done had too many of them.
Welcome back to the Athletics and Assembly Center this season. Jackson State Basketball brought to you by Team Logic IT. Small businesses, protect your companies with Team Logic IT. Visit teamlogicit.com/Jackson, Mississippi. Out of the timeout, Jackson State with the basketball. Here's a shot from the top by Brisby. No good this time. Tigers maintain a 19-15 lead. Southern quickly in the lane. That shot no good. And an offensive foul called on the Jaguars.
Great job, Lemmy Howard in position right there, taking that charge. And that's one thing that Coach Brent loves from his guys.
Man, who made these cookies, man? They are delicious.
My wife made those cookies.
Oh, my goodness. They are super good. Is she, does she sell cookies?
I mean, she just does them just because.
I think she needs to get into business. She could be a sponsor. All right, the Tigers in the front court. 2 hour left. Wallace has it for JSU. He's triple team. Here's Lemmy Howard for, it went in and came right back out, but an offensive rebound by the Tigers. They go back up with it. Missed the shot. Ball went out of bounds. Last touch by the gold and Columbia blue. Southern in their gold jerseys, Columbia blue numbers and letters Southern along the front of the jerseys, and the blue stripe along the shorts. Jackson State in all white with the silver or gray numbers. Tigers inbound the basketball. They lead it 19-15. William Brown will give it to Wallace. Benji Wallace from the left elbow. And his penetration stopped for the moment. Bounce passes it inside. That turnaround shot is blocked. And here comes the Jaguars.
Looked like some contact right there, but a no call.
They're going to let them play. I think they're trying to get out of here tonight. Here's a three-point attempt for the Jags. It's off the mark. What a nice tip in.
My goodness, he was flying.
Mude. He sure was. I thought he was going to slam that in, but he just laid it in. It was a little bit too far away to throw it down, but he laid it in. Southern trails 19-17, coming up on 5 minutes to play in the first half. Lemmy Howard out high to Brisby. Now over to Wallace. Wallace along the left wing, dribbles to his right. 3 to shoot. He's got to put it up. 1 to shoot. He puts it up off the back iron. No good. He had to fire that shot, but he missed it.
We've got to do a better job of recognizing situations.
In the meantime, Aaron Ray comes down with a 3. He leads Southern in free throw shooting, and he has given the Jaguars a 20-19 lead with under 5 to play here in the first half. Wallace goes in, missed a shot, but he draws the foul.
Yeah, we've got to understand that these are the type of games that we're going to be in. It's going to be close. It's going to be hard fought. We don't have the offensive power that we can just come out and blow somebody out of the water. So defensively is how we're going to make our mark, and that's what we've been doing, like you said earlier, leading the conference in defense and just generating points the best way we can, whether it be transition, getting to the free throw line.
Jackson State coming into this game ranked 9th in free throws. Benji Wallace missed that free throw. He averages 10 points a game. Score remains 20-19 Southern with 4:35 to play here in the first half. Getting set to come in for Jackson State, Jeremiah Bozeman. Benji missed them both.
That's something we can't do tonight.
Back come the Jaguars. Isaiah Rollins. Now give it to Jaden Sadler. Southern has won 1 game this season. They're ranked dead last in the conference. 7 to shoot for the Jags. Here's the shot for 3 from the right baseline is good for Southern. Well, they call it a 2. Southern extends to a 22-19 lead.
One thing about our team as well is we're a better second half team. Coach Brent does a great job of making adjustments at the half, and the guys do a very good job of responding to the adjustments that we make and ask of them.
Here's Hunter Sheldon. 4 to shoot for Jackson State. Southern's defense called in JSU trouble. Brown had to put it up, but he stepped out of bounds with 3:37 to play, and we have another timeout on the floor. Tigers trailing 22-19. We're back after this 1-minute break on the Tigers Sports Network.
When the Tigers and Lady Tigers host Mississippi Valley on Saturday, and on Monday, February 4th, the Lady Tigers and Tigers host UAPB.
Welcome back to the Athletics and Assembly Center. This season, Jackson State basketball brought to you by Bolden Body Shop. Providing collision repair on all makes and models. They have served the Jackson area for over 40 years. Call Bolden Body Shop at 601-355-3485. It's your vehicle. It's your choice. Choose Bolden Body Shop. In other games tonight, Alabama State leading Mississippi Valley 40-28 at the half. Alcorn trailing Grambling in Grambling 39-21. And in Pine Bluff tonight at the half, the Golden Lions leading Alabama A&M 31-24. Here, Jackson State trailing Southern 22-19, and out of the timeout, the Jaguars with the basketball. Southern in the front court to our right. They try to work the ball down low to Hassan Hussein. And a traveling call on the Jaguars.
Good job right there defensively. Looks like Coach Brent has went to the bench and got some defensive energy from Jeremiah Bozeman. He sparked us very well on Saturday when we were dead in the water.
good. .255 left to go here in the first half. Southern with the steal. And the layup, it is good by Isaiah Rollins. Southern 24, Jackson State 19.
Tigers we have to take care of the basketball, especially in the half court.
Jackson State lost it out of bounds, but they say it was last touched by the Jaguars. So William Brown comes out of the ball game. Jeremiah Bozeman is in now for JSU. Southern 24, Jackson State 19. Southern with its largest lead so far of the night at 5 points.
Haven't heard much from Chris Howell since the first 3 baskets.
Hunter Sheldon with the inbounds pass, and he'll give it up to Wallace. Wallace dribbles to his right. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Jaguars.
Here's ball, 7 on the shot clock. 7.
You're right. Chris Howell has been certainly quiet here in the first half. 2:22 to go in the first half. Wallace will give the shot for 3. It's no good. But Jackson State crashes the boards as McGinnis puts it in for 2.
And that's what Javius McGinnis does. He hits the boards very well, especially on the offensive end.
Tigers trim the lead to 3 at 24-21. But a foul is called on the end as McGinnis picks up that foul for Jackson State. Javius McGinnis from Brandon, Mississippi.
And Javius is going to have to go to the bench with 2 fouls. Don't want him to pick up that 3rd foul with 2 minutes remaining here in the first half.
Southern inbounds along the baseline, and they have it in the front court. Jaguars lead by 3, 24-21. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Here's a guy left wide open for 3 for Southern. No good, went out of bounds. Last touched by the Columbia Blue and Gold.
Yes, Southern had a wide open attempt at a 3-pointer right there. Luckily for us, he wasn't able to knock that down.
Tigers get into the front court. Jeremiah Bozeman with the basketball for JSU. Give it over to Hunter Shelton. Now into the hands of Benji Wallace at the top. Sheldon for 3. It's no good. It's a line drive 3, and it will give the Jaguars the basketball right back. Foul is going to be called on Jackson State. A blocking foul call on the Tigers.
But that's what Jeremiah Bozeman is out there for right now. Bring some type of spark, some energy, whether it be running the team, assisting the basketball, making shots, getting steals, just causing havoc, being physical with the other team's guard, just letting them know that he's going to be there.
Southern missed a free throw. Score remains Jaguars 24, Tigers 21. Coming up on a minute to go here in the first half. JSU down 3. They can tie it with this trip down the floor or pull to within 1. Bozeman dribbles to his right to the top. Wallace down low, almost lost the basketball. Now he's trapped in the corner, and he throws it off of a Southern defender. And it will be Jackson State's ball, but with only 8 seconds to shoot.
Tigers have to be aware right here. Can't get this in and pull it out and try to run offense. Got to go right into it.
They throw it in the back court. 7 to shoot now for JSU. McKinnis in the lane, had it blocked. Wow. Southern in transition. 3-on-2 break. And we have a foul underneath. This foul is going to be called on Jackson State as bodies hit the floor. Hopefully he's okay. That was Chris Howell hitting the floor. Howell leads Jackson State with 11 points a game. But you're right, he's been quiet tonight.
Yeah, he started off the game quickly, going to him, 3 for 3. And Southern switched to a zone defense. He was scoring on the interior off of drives, duck ends, creeping behind the defense. And so they quickly went to a zone, and we haven't heard much from him. That's also Chris Howell's 2nd foul.
Jaden Sattler at the free throw line for Southern. He wears number 32. I had that number confused with 22, which is Eddie Reese's number. You said Eddie Reese is long gone from this team tonight.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's in the building.
So that free throw by Sadler is good, and Southern extends to a 25-21 lead with 50 seconds to go here in the first half. Sadler shoots the second free throw, and it's good amid a silenced crowd. Don't wait until the end to make him miss. Make him miss now. All right, Southern with a 26-21 lead. Under a minute to go. Brisby has it over to Wallace along the right wing. Now at the top to Sheldon. Brown in the lane. Went up with the shot, and he was fouled on the play. Brown hit the floor. Hopefully he's okay. He's a small fella. not a really big guy.
Slight in stature. Good job right here by Brisby. Penetrating the gaps in the zone. Got right to the left elbow and pulled up, and the Southern player ran right up underneath him.
Isaiah Rollins picks up that foul as Brown hits the free throw, cutting the lead to 26-22. Again, coming into this game, the Jaguars 1-15 overall, 0-3 in conference play, and they're tied for last place with Alcorn. JSU wiped out a double-digit deficit on Saturday to beat Alcorn. And Brown missed that second free throw. Southern with the rebound, and they call a quick timeout with 32 seconds to go. We'll take a 1-minute break as well. It's Southern 26, Jackson State 22. This is the Tiger Radio Network. How long was that lead? 19? They led about 17?
Who, Alcorn?
Yeah.
17.
Goodness gracious, really? You thought it was over then?
No. I mean,
you a coach?
Alcorn was playing out of their body, though. I mean, they was hitting everything. They was shooting 50% from the three and from the field.
For real?
In the first half.
Somebody ate up all your nachos when you left. It was a mouse. It was a mouse. There was a mouse came up here.
It's all good.
Big old mouse came up here.
I don't need to eat them like that anyway. That game was so long, man. I needed a snack.
Back at the Athletics and Assembly Center, Jackson State Basketball brought to you in part this season by McCullum Physical Therapy, serving all of your physical therapy needs. Highway 18 West, 601-487-8456, providing rehab from the heart. Southern inbounds the basketball out of the timeout. They almost lost it, but they have it in the front court to our right, and this is going to be a blocking foul on Jackson State.
Good idea right there by Justin Johnson. Looked like he may have had his heels on the charge circle.
Justin Johnson, his first.
Not sure. He looked to be in position. But at least the Tigers did speed up Southern. I had to think that they would try to hold for close to the last shot right there of the half. It was a 3-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. But now the Tigers will get it back with about 19 seconds, or should get it back with about 19 seconds remaining in the half.
Destin Dunton at the line for the Jaguars. Missed the first free throw. Tell you, these Southern players, not a lot of creativity in the first and last name. You have a guy on the team named Destin Dunton and Hassan Hussein. They didn't get creative. We're just going to name them close to the last name.
Maybe that was the creativity.
So Destin Dunton makes one of two. And the Jaguars extend to a 27-22 lead.
Good job right there by Brisby. Pushing the pace. Would have thought that we would have wanted to hold for the last shot of the half right there, but if he can go and get 2 points, I guess he thought, why not?
And look who committed the foul. Hassan Hussein.
Right on cue.
Brown at the line for Jackson State. Hits the free throw. I'm really impressed with the way this young man has been shooting the basketball.
He's definitely been shooting the basketball very well. He's playing with a lot of confidence right now.
Will Coach Brent give him the green light to just shoot it?
Coach Brent gives anybody the green light that makes shots.
Brown hits them both, cutting Southern's lead to 27-24 with 11 seconds to go before the half. A fast-moving first half. Southern almost in trouble. Down to 5, down to 4, down to 3. Here's a shot for 3. It's in and out. No good, but tipped in at the buzzer. And they're going to say count it.
Looks like that ball was in the cylinder when he tipped it. I don't know if that's reviewable, but it definitely looked to be in the cylinder.
Wow, so he tipped it in right at the buzzer. And that will end the first half at 29-24. Your overall thoughts?
I thought that Southern just played a very good game. They came out with a good game plan. I don't think the Tigers are doing anything that we don't want to do. We've just got to knock down some open shots from the outside and maybe pick up the defensive pressure more so in the half court.
All right, so at the half, Jackson State trailing 29-24. We're back after this 2-minute break with your halftime stats and much, much more. This is the Tiger Sports Network. And we're back at the Athletics and Assembly Center. Jackson State down 29-24 at the half to the Southern University Jaguars. On the floor right now, the world-renowned Dancing Dolls of Jackson. The Dancing Dolls, DD4L, on the floor for Jackson State. Leading in scoring for JSU at the half is Chris Howell. He has 6 points in the ball game for Jackson State. 4 points from Benji Wallace and 6 from William Brown. Jackson State in the first half shooting 62% on 5 of 8 shooting. Southern shooting 60% on 6 of 10 shooting, but the difference has been from the free throw line, from actually the three-point line. Southern has hit 1 of 4 3-pointers, and the Jaguars are 6 of 10 from the free throw line. The lead has changed hands 4 times. This game has been tied 1 time. JSU has led by as many as 5 in the ball game. Southern has led by as many as 5 as well. At the half, it's Jackson State trailing the Jaguars 29-24. We're back with more after this 2-minute break on the Tiger Sports Network. And we're back at the Athletics and Assembly Center at the half. Jackson State trailing Southern University 29-24. Again, on the floor right now, performing before this crowd, the world-renowned Dancing Dolls. They have a weekly television show, and they are here tonight performing before this crowd, which is really being entertained by these Dancing Dolls. Southern coming into this game having lost to Grambling State on Saturday night, 69-63. Jackson State defeated Alcorn 59-52 after being down by as many as 19 points in that ball game. JSU in a tie for third place in the conference right now at 2-1 with Alabama State and Texas Southern. Southern University, by the way, 0-3 in conference play, 1-15 overall, but they played a very, very tough schedule. They have lost 9 in a row coming into this game tonight, as they look to end their losing streak here tonight against Jackson State. In the conference, Jackson State shooting, they're actually ranked 9th in free throw shooting 60%. Benji Wallace is number 14 in the SWAC, shooting 57%. Southern is second in free throw shooting in the SWAC, shooting 67%. Aaron Ray is tops in the conference in free throw shooting. He shoots 85% from the charity stripe. On offense, Texas Southern is the top team, averaging 76 points a game. Southern is fourth, averaging 66 points. Jackson State is ninth. They average 60 points per game, but the Tigers are tops when it comes to defense. JSU only gives up 67 points a game, while Southern University is dead last. They give up 81 points per game, so JSU is going to have to start filling it up if they are going to get to that mark here tonight. When it comes to three-point shooting, JSU is ranked dead last in the conference. They are shooting only 24% from beyond the arc. Southern is ranked fourth in the league in three-point shooting, shooting 33%. But Jackson State is the best defensive unit when it comes to defending the three. They're ranked number 1. Southern is ranked dead last at number 10 in defending the three. So that seems to be an area where you think Jackson State can work on here tonight against the Jaguars. Now, when it comes to rebounding, on the offensive end is JSU number 1, Southern ranked dead last. But on the defensive end, when it comes to rebounding, Southern is first and Jackson State is third. So a big difference there when it comes to rebounding coming into this ball game. Leading the way for Southern University is Destin Dunton with 10 points in the ball game. 8 for the Jaguars from Sidney Umude, and 5 from Aaron Ray for Southern University. Again, JSU is led in scoring by Chris Howell. He has 6 points in the ball game, as well as William Brown with 6. Brown is 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Jackson State trailing Southern University 29-24 at the half. We'll take another 2-minute break and come back with more halftime stats after this on the Tiger Sports Network.
All right, let's do it. Move a chair, remove a chair. Music. Next minute timeout, we're gonna run it again. Next minute timeout, we're gonna run it again. We're gonna run it again. Next minute timeout.
And we're back at the Athletics and Assembly Center at the half. Southern University leading Jackson State 29-24. In other games tonight, Alabama State is leading Mississippi Valley in the second half, 44-42. Alcorn trailing big to Grambling in the second half, 64-34. And it's Arkansas Pine Bluff leading Alabama A&M 36-35. Here in the Athletics and Assembly Center, Jackson State trailing Southern 29-24. This season, Jackson State basketball brought to you by Zaxby's, which sponsors our halftime shootout. Also, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Mississippi, Richard Schwartz and Associates, Steeple Investments, Porter's Insurance, Team Logic IT, Hope Credit Union, Pizza Hut, Griffith Financial Services, Holden Body Shop, and McCullum Physical Therapy. Again, Jackson State trailing in this ball game, 29-24. Looking at the SWAC standings coming into tonight's play, Prairie View leading the way on the men's side at 3-0 after that big win over Texas Southern over the weekend. PVU is 5-11 overall. This is who Jackson State will have to play on Saturday night in Houston, or just outside of Houston. In second place in the conference is Arkansas Pine Bluff. They're 2-0 in the SWAC. Again, tied for third coming into tonight's play, Texas Southern, Jackson State, and Alabama State, both or all three at 2-1. Mississippi Valley is sixth in the conference at 1-1. Grambling and Alabama A&M tied for seventh at 1-2. And bringing up the rear is Alcorn State and Southern University at 0-3. But Southern trying to change that tonight as they lead JSU 29-24. Southern, by the way, 1-15 in overall ranking, and they have lost 9 in a row coming into this game tonight. The Jackson State Sonic Boom of the South Marching Band in attendance tonight, much to the delight of these fans. As well, I didn't mention the J-Sets. So how did I miss the J-Sets? I must be crazy.
Put your glasses on, man.
Again, Jackson State down 29-24. And Trey, who joins me, also an assistant coach with the JSU men's basketball team. Anything Coach said inspiring at the half?
Most definitely. I mean, we're 1 for 10 from the three-point line, which we can't do that. If we're going to shoot those type of shots, then we've got to kill them on the offensive glass. Right now, we've got 5 offensive rebounds. We're out rebounding them offensively, but if you're going to continue to take those shots, we have to continue to crash the offensive glass. And obviously, we got to take advantage of the middle of that zone, whether it be ball screens or flashing the man in the middle. The guys have to take care of the basketball when they get it in there.
So will Jackson State continue to shoot threes in the second half?
Well, we would like to get a high percentage shot, but if they're giving us the wide open three, obviously we've got to knock some of those shots down. Going 1 for 10 is not going to cut it. We at least need to be at 3 or 4 for 10. But if we're not, again, we have to crash the offensive glass like our lives depend on it.
Wow, and Southern comes into this game, they rank dead last in defending the three, and you would think that's an area where Jackson State can attack tonight.
Exactly, and when you look at the stat sheet, that's why we've attempted 10 threes. That's where they're weak at, but again, we have to knock them down.
Nice crowd tonight. We see one fan walking around with a Warren Moon jersey on. What is wrong with you, man? So here we go to start the second half of play. Jackson State in the front court to our right. Tigers in all white with the gray or silver numbers and the blue stripe along the pants. Jackson State working that left baseline, and a foul is going to be called on the Jaguars to open up this second half.
Southern came out in what looked to be a zone, but it kind of looked like they were in a matchup zone.
Picking up that foul for Southern is Alex Ennis, the 6'9" center from Kingston, Jamaica. You ever been to Kingston, Jamaica?
Never been to Jamaica. You're going to have people thinking I ain't been nowhere.
Yeah, I know you have. I know you've been all these places. You don't want nobody to know. Because I know if I've been to Jamaica, you've been to Jamaica.
No, I've never been to Jamaica.
All right, 7 to shoot. Peanut at the top of the key. Throws up a shot that did not hit the rim. Shot clock runs down, and Howell hit that shot. Did it count?
Count. We caught a break on that one. We definitely were dead in the water. The ball was just fumbling around. He picked it up and went up with it.
Southern's lead now is 29-26. A minute gone by here in the second half. Offensive foul called on the Jaguars. His foul is called on Alex Ennis.
Southern fouled on number 12.
Ennis
Picked up 2 quick fouls.
Yeah, Ennis didn't let the guard get set. Kind of can blame the ball handling on that one as well. He took off kind of early before Ennis got there.
Tigers down by 3. I know the very first 5 minutes of the second half is very important for any team, in Jackson State coming out looking pretty good so far to open up this second half.
Most definitely, Rob. This is where you want to take control of the second half.
Tigers in the front court to our right. Here's Wallace. Goes up in the lane, off the glass, and draws the foul. And Coach Sean Woods is hot as he can be.
Yeah, good job right there, Benji Wallace. Not settling for the outside shot, attacking the gap, making that middle guy come up and take him.
The Dancing Dolls performing at halftime, much to the delight of the crowd. And they're taking pictures now underneath the basket. Dr. William Bynum in attendance with his lovely wife, Deborah, as Wallace hits the free throw. And that cuts Southern's lead to 29-27. Benji Wallace, a 6'6" junior from Houma, Louisiana, hits them both. And that's what you need as Jackson State has cut the lead down to 1 at 29-28. Southern in the front court to our left. Ball in the hands of Jaden Sadler. Now on the left wing to Sidney Umode. Umode being played by Howell. Stolen away by Peanut. What a great steal by the Tigers. Jackson State 3-on-2 transition. Wallace goes up with it, cannot finish, and the Jaguars with the rebound.
Good job right there by Peanut being in help side. Mooney turned his back, and he came over and got the steal, but Benji Wallace couldn't convert on the other end.
2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Umude almost lost the basketball. Southern keeps it alive. 12 to shoot for the Jags. Here's a three-pointer from the top. No good. They fight for the loose ball, and it is a foul on the Jaguars. Foul called on Umude.
Umude got caught climbing the back of Javius McInnes right there, and that could be a key foul right there. That's his third foul here early in the second half.
Yeah, we need to get him out of there, man. Jackson State in the front court to our right. The Tigers down 1, 29-28. William Brown in the ball game as Jackson State works that left baseline. 14 to shoot for the Tigers. Howell tried to go inside, lost the basketball. Southern will have it. Jaguars in the front court to our left. That shot in the lane, no good by Destin Dunton. And here come the Tigers now, back in the front court. Dontelius Ross at the top, thought about pulling it. But he'll give it to Howell for 3 from the left baseline. It's no good. Wallace over to Howell. Howell missed the 3. Southern with the basketball. Southern will give you that open 3, I guess, if they think you can't make it.
They're definitely playing to the scouting report. We don't shoot the 3 well. They don't defend the 3 well already. And so they're leaving that shot open and daring us to make it.
Jackson State with the steal. Here come the Tigers. That shot up no good. Offensive rebound by JSU, no good. They get it right back. No good. And here come the Jaguars. Wow, point-blank range shots for Jackson State. They just can't connect. And a foul called on the Tigers underneath with 16:26 to play in the second half.
You're right, Rob. Point-blank shots at the basket. And those are the ones that we're talking about that we've got to make. If we're not going to knock those threes down, we have to finish those easy baskets, because sometimes it's as easy as seeing the ball go through the basket. It becomes contagious.
That foul called on Benji Wallace. That's his first. And this will put Southern at the line. Sadler shooting the free throws, and he hits it. Southern extends now to a 30-28 lead.
And that's Southern's first point out of the half. They haven't scored from the field yet in almost 4 minutes.
Wow. And we could not take advantage of that. Sadler hits them both. The Jaguars extend to a 31-28 lead here in the second half.
Now Southern drops back into that zone.
JSU works the ball around the perimeter to the hands of Peanut on the right wing. Now on the far side to William Brown. 8 to shoot. Here's Ross. Ross from the right elbow pulls up and hits.
It's a great job right there. We need to see more of that from Peanut. Stop settling for the three and getting to his spots in the mid-range.
Jackson State pulls to within 1. 4 minutes gone by here in the second half. And they're going to call traveling on the Jaguars.
Good job defensively right there. Southern was trying to run a little brush screen action. Peanut cut him off on the drive. Forced the turnover.
All right, we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. A 1-minute break as Jackson State finds itself down only one, 31-30 with 15:42 to play. We're back after this on the Tiger Sports Network.
Monday, January 21st at 7:30 a.m.
Man, Grambling killing Alcorn. Good night.
Grambling supposed to be, they was picked to win the conference.
But you're right, Texas Southern, Prairie View, and Grambling, real tough, man. That's who we got, all three of them.
Yeah, man, in a row.
Oh, we gonna get all three of them.
Hey, if we do, that'll be wonderful. I hope so.
$15:42 to play here at the Athletics and Assembly Center. Rob J. Trey Johnson bringing you the play-by-play story. Jackson State basketball this season brought to you in part by Holden Body Shop, providing collision repair on all makes and models. They have served the Jackson area for over 40 years. Call 601-355-3485. It's your vehicle, it's your choice. Choose Holden, a body shop. Coming up here with these stats, man, and leave that girl alone. We start out of the timeout. Jackson State trying to work that baseline. Nice look inside to Chris Howell, who scores.
Good job by Benji Wallace penetrating the baseline and finding a cutting Chris Howell.
Jackson State back out in front, 32-31. Here's Southern with a shot from the outside, no good. JSU trying to rebound the basketball, but it went out of bounds, last touched by the Tigers.
Appreciate it.
All right, so Southern will inbound the basketball as they get it in to Brian Ossie. Now out high to Sadler. For the game, Jackson State shooting 34%. Southern shooting 50% here in this game tonight. But JSU only 1 of 10 from beyond the arc.
And if you notice, the Tigers have yet to take a three-pointer here in the second half. With 5 minutes gone.
Not bad from the free throw line, 7 of 10. Southern has it in the front court to our left. Sadler with the basketball for the Jaguars. Shot clock down to 13, down to 11. And we have a bunch of bodies underneath the basket. And they're going to call a foul on Jackson State. I'm sorry, they call it on Southern.
Yeah, they got him for a clear out. It looked like the other ref was running in trying to change the call.
All right, so in the game for Jackson State now is Jesse Love. There's number 25 as Dontelius Ross brings it into the front court to our right. Enthusiastic crowd tonight as the Tigers lead it by 1, 32-31. Peanut along the right wing, cross-court pass to Wallace. Now to Howell. Howell puts it up, and it's no good. They fight for the loose ball. Goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Jaguars.
Good look right there by Chris Howell. Just couldn't get it to go.
We have a fan sitting in front of us to the right. She's been hollering all night, man. Go ahead. That's the way a fan should be.
Exactly.
Here's Wallace for three. It's good.
Big time shot right there by Benji Wallace.
Benji Wallace extends Jackson State's lead to 35-31. Back come the Jaguars in the lane, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on the Tigers as Jaden Sadler was making his move in the lane.
Maybe that three can give the Tigers a little separation they need to get a little breathing room.
Hassan Hussein checks in for Southern.
So Hassan Hussein checks in.
That's your guy right there.
Jaguars with the basketball. Sadler has it for SU. 7 to shoot now. Shot clock winding down. Here's a three-point attempt. In, out, and right back in for Southern.
Aaron Ray is shooting 16% on the season from three, and he's hit 2 tonight.
And he's the best free throw shooter in the conference, so you have to put some clamps on him. Here are the Tigers now with the basketball. Ross has it on the far side of the front court. Ross for three. It's no good. And they're going to call a loose ball foul. I think it's going to be called on Wallace. Well, actually, they call this on McInnes.
Yeah, it's not a good possession right there for the Tigers. One pass and Peanut pulls up for a three off a ball screen. As a point guard, that's not the shot you want with that scoring time looking like that.
Southern inbounds the basketball. Coming up on 13 minutes to go here in the second half. Jaguars trail by 1, and they throw it away. It will be Jackson State's basketball.
Tigers caught a break right there as Sidney Amude was cutting to the basket wide open. Pass was just a little bit out of his reach.
Ross has it for JSU. As they work the ball around the perimeter now, right back into the hands of Ross. Ross to Jesse Love. Now they go to that baseline. That shot no good. Southern with the rebound as they only allow Jackson State one shot and one shot only. Here come the Jags in the lane. Umude puts it up and it's good.
It's a nice looking move right there by Umude with the left hand.
Jaguars recapture the lead at 36-34. Coming up on 12 minutes remaining here in the second half. Nice look inside, but Jackson State can't finish.
That shot was partially blocked, looked like.
Khalil Spencer had it inside, had it partially tipped, and Southern with it now. Looking to extend the lead. Jags by 1, 36-35. They fire that ball underneath, and they're going to call a foul on Jesse Love.
Wow, I felt like that was a bailout.
Yeah, he wanted a jump ball, but they called a foul.
Exactly.
All right, 11:56 left to play here in the second half. Southern 36, Jackson State 35. We're back after this on the Tigers Sports Network.
Over the holidays, like my friend Anson Ross, then you need to start your new year off right at the Walter Payton Center with our New Year's New You promotion now through January 20th. It's only $10 per month with a 1-year contract. 5 free throw contests. Contestants have 30 seconds. Whoever makes the most free throws wins the prize. I need 30 seconds on the shot clock, please. Roll it. I need shot clock rolling. Students and Chicago fans, I need y'all making noise. I need energy.
And we're back at the Athletics and Assembly Center on a cool night in Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson State basketball brought to you in part by Griffith Financial Services, specializing in life insurance, retirement and business planning, and wealth management. Financial expert Jim Griffith has been serving the needs of the client for over 25 years. Give Jim a call at 1-800-361-6542 or log on to griffithfinancialservices.com. Jackson State trailing in this ball game 36-35. The Tigers last led at 35-34. This has been a close game tonight, just like the women's game. The Tigers coming to this game averaging just a little over 56 points a game. And that defense is tops in the conference as well. Leading the way for Jackson State so far tonight is Chris Howell with 10 points. He had a game high, a career high, 17 earlier in the year here with Jackson State. JSU is led by as many as 5. Southern is led by as many as 5 as well. All right, out of the timeout, Jaguars with the basketball. Again, they're in their gold jerseys with the Columbia blue numbers. Jackson State in their white jerseys with the gray or silver numbers. Here's Ray in the lane and an offensive foul called on the Jaguars.
Another great job right there by the Tigers. Benji Wallace stepping in there, taking that charge.
Lemmy Howard coming into the game now for Jackson State. Khalil Spencer will take a seat on the bench. Coming up on 11 minutes to play here in the second half. Dontelius Ross with the ball along the right wing, dribbles to his left, to the top. Now they work it into the hands of Jesse Love. Back out to Wallace. Now Peanut trying to penetrate, loses the ball, and it will be Southern's basketball as Ray would take it in and put it in with the finger roll.
Again, the Tigers, we have to be more careful within the zone on just simple fundamental basketball, catching and passing.
Southern extends to a 38-35 lead here in the second half. Wallace on the dribble for Jackson State to the top. Jesse Love for 3 from the left side. It's off the back iron, no good. He had to put it up because the shot clock was winding down.
Not the shot the Tigers want right there.
Ball was last touched by Southern as Jesse Love comes out of the ball game. Wallace will trigger the ball in along the baseline. Gets it into Ross, who is in the back court. Now he will walk it into the front court and hand it to Jontrell Walker. Jackson State working it along the left baseline and Lemmy Howard right in front of Dr. Bynum and his wife. Here's Howell in the lane, and he puts it in for 2.
Great job right there by Chris Howell, getting the ball again in the teeth of the zone, right in the middle of the paint, going up with that little floater.
Tigers down 1 now, 38-37, coming up on 10 minutes to go now. Here's a shot from the right side. It's way off the mark by Southern, last touched by Jackson State. In other games tonight, Alabama State trailing Mississippi Valley in Itta Bena, 57-54. Alabama A&M leading Arkansas Pine Bluff in a close one, 47-45. And Grambling defeated Alcorn tonight, 77-42. Alcorn remains winless in conference play.
Good.
Didn't you go to Alcorn?
It was an accident.
Okay. Here's a three-pointer from the right baseline by Southern, and it is good. That's Aaron Ray. Southern's trying to open this thing up now as they lead at 41-37.
The Tigers just don't have that same fire, that energy that they came out with in the second half against Alcorn.
It's a 4-point lead for the Jaguars. Plenty of time left in this game. 9:39 to play and counting. 9 to shoot now. Peanut. Down low to Lemmy Howard. Lemmy on that baseline. Puts a shot up. Draws a foul. Oh, they call it an offensive foul on Jackson State.
Called an offensive foul. It was easy for that guy to get to the spot. He was already slotted there from the zone that they're playing. Lemmy couldn't avoid him. They got him for the offensive foul.
Southern with only one win on the season. No wins in conference play. And they lead it by 4, 41-37. We're coming up on 9 minutes to play here in the second half. Oh, that could have been called for traveling, but to no avail. Here's another three by Ray, this time from the right side off the top of the backboard. It's no good. And I don't know what the officials are going to say here.
They've got a foul underneath on the offensive rebound against Jackson State.
But now the ball hit the top of the backboard. It's not dead.
It's not dead unless it goes over the back. It came back to the front. That's a tough shot to rebound. Tough break for the Tigers right there.
Jaguars at the line. This is Jaden Sadler looking to extend the lead, and he does. Southern 42, Jackson State 37. It's a 5-point lead for the Jags. He missed the second free throw. Howell with the rebound. So it's a 2-possession game now with 9 minutes to go in the second half. Ross. McKinnis now down low to Lemmy. Lemmy to Howell. Howell off the glass. No good, but he draws a foul, and Howell will go to the line for Jackson State.
Anytime we get that ball in the middle to Chris Howell, that's a great job. Even before he makes his move, we already know that job well done, because he's going to make something happen, whether it be a foul, a basket, or make a play for a teammate.
Arkansas Pine Bluff remains undefeated in conference play as they defeated Alabama A&M 50-49. Chris Howell, in the meantime, misses the free throw. Score remains 42-37 Jaguars.
Must convert on these free throws, especially as we get late in the game. Missed them both. Yeah.
Sure did. Under 9 to go here in the second half. Southern with it. In the front court, 2 hour left. This is Destin Dunton. Southern on the floor, and Coach Woods calls a timeout as one of the Southern players hit the floor, and he was in big trouble as Coach Woods calls a timeout.
There's a media timeout.
And we have a media timeout as well. 8:30 to play here in the second half. It's Southern 42, Jackson State 37. We're back after this 1-minute break on the Tiger Radio Network. Back at the Athletics and Assembly Center. This season, Jackson State basketball Brought to you by Zaxby's, which offers and sponsors our halftime three-point shot contest. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Mississippi, which sponsors our free throws tonight. Richard Schwartz and Associates sponsors our three-point shots. Stiefel Investment, Porter's Insurance, Team Logic IT, Hope Credit Union, Pizza Hut, Griffith Financial Services, Bolden Body Shop, and McCullum Physical Therapy, which sponsors our injury reports. Rob J. Trey Johnson bringing you the play-by-play story. With 8:30 left to play in the second half, it's Southern 42, Jackson State 37. Out of the timeout, the Jaguars will inbound the basketball. Aaron Ray will trigger the ball in for for Southern. He don't play for Jackson State just yet. He ain't transferred yet. And another foul on Jackson State. Peanut can't believe it.
Yeah, that was a tough call right there. Especially Peanut playing out there with 3 fouls. That's going to be his 4th, and he's going to have to go right back to the bench.
Chris Howell with 12 points in the ball game to lead all scorers right now. Aaron Ray with 11 for Southern, 10 from Destin Dunton from the Jaguars, and 10 from Sidney Umude. Free throw is good by the Jags. That's Jaden Sadler, and he extends Southern's lead to 43-37. He hits them both. Jaguars, a pretty good free throw shooting team as they extend the lead to 44-37. Jaguars up by 7. That's their largest lead of the night. You don't want possession to get away.
Right, key possession right here for the Tigers offensively. And as soon as I say that,
steal by William Brown. Nice. Well, was that Brown on the steal? And
no, that was foul. Yeah, Brown turned the ball over right there,
but Howell tackled him.
Jaden Sadler was on the steal, and Brisby fouled Jaden Sadler as he was getting to the rim.
Well, he's lucky he wasn't called for a flagrant.
Yeah, he looks like he could have went either way right there.
All right, starting to Southern starting to make a move and get some separation here as they lead at 44-37. They're back at the free throw line, and Sadler knocks it down. And Southern extends to a 45-37 lead. And like you said, this is a very important game. You don't want to lose this one because you got 3 of the best teams coming up in the SWAC next.
Most definitely, Rob. Heading on that Houston road trip and swinging back through the play, Grambling, who was picked to finish first in the SWAC, and Prairie View, who's actually sitting atop the SWAC right now with Texas Southern sitting in a close second. You want to go out there with a 3-1 record to give yourself some cushion.
And Grambling demolished Alcorn tonight, 77-42. All right. Sadler missed that second free throw. Jackson State with the basketball. Wallace tries to go in, had it knocked away, and the ball will stay with JSU.
You know, Southern is not a big basketball team, but they play a physical style of basketball.
.48 to go, and we have another timeout on the floor as you watch your cousin just cut up over there.
Those are real fans over there.
Tigers down 45-37. We'll take another 1-minute break and come back on the Tigers Sports Network.
Team Logic IT, Hope Credit Union, Pizza Hut, Bolden's Body Shop, McCullum Physical Therapy, and Griffith Financial Services.
Back at the Athletics and Assembly Center, Rob J. Trey Johnson bringing you the play-by-play story tonight of Jackson State and Southern University. This is game number 2 here at the Athletics and Assembly Center this season. Jackson State basketball brought to you by Team Logic IT. Small businesses protect your companies with Team Logic IT. Visit teamlogicit.com/Jackson, Mississippi. Trey Johnson, born and raised in Jackson, Mississippi.
Born and raised.
Here's Brisby for 3. It's in and out. No good out of the timeout. JSU with the offensive rebound. Well, actually, that was...
Looked like Jeremiah Bozeman.
Yeah, looked like Bozeman. Missed that 3.
Checked into the game out of a timeout, walked right into a wide-open 3. Just wasn't able to knock it down.
Wow, Jackson State's only hit 2 threes tonight. But a foul called on Southern, and that will put Wallace at the line for Jackson State. He shoots and he misses.
Wallace has struggled from the field tonight. 2 of 7. He's done a good job of getting to the free throw line, but now only 4 of 7 from the free throw line.
Wow. Wallace missed them both. You can't win like that.
Especially in these close conference games, you got to make every little bit count.
In the meantime, Wallace comes away with a steal, and he lays it up and in, so he made up for the missed free throw.
Good job of picking up the pace defensively as the Tigers have extended a 1-2-2 full-court press right here. And again, Jeremiah Bozeman into the game, bringing the energy.
And Jackson State is causing Southern a little frustration as Umude pushed off on a JSU player. And Coach Woods tells him to come sit down and cool off.
Umude has 4 fouls as well.
So Southern will inbound the basketball in the backcourt as they get it in to Destin Dutton. Ray had it stolen away by JSU, and Jackson State throws it right back away. Wow.
Key turnover right there. The Tigers had exactly what they wanted. Forced Southern to turn the basketball over, and we turned it right back over to them.
Tigers down 6. It's a 2-possession game. Plenty of time, though. 7:12 to go and counting here in the second half. Jaden Sadler dribbles to his right. He's near the JSU logo. 17 to shoot for the Jaguars. Hussein has it, almost lost it, but kept alive by Umude. 9 to shoot for the Jags. Here's Ray for 3 from the left side. It's good. Wow.
That is Ray's 4th 3 on the night. And again, he came into the game only shooting 16% from downtown.
And he extends Southern's lead to 48-39. A 9-point lead for the Jaguars, the largest of the night. Under 7 to play, and that ball is kicked by Jaden Sadler, and Jackson State will maintain possession.
The Tigers have to stick with getting the ball in the middle of the zone right here, especially with Chris Howell out there.
JSU overcame a double-digit deficit on Saturday to beat Alcorn, and they're going to count this basket by Howell, actually Wallace, and he'll go to the line for Jackson State.
One thing Wallace has done tonight, he stayed on the attack, putting the pressure on the gaps in the zone. And as he did right there, drew the contact and got the ball to go. So he'll go to the line to complete a 3-point play right here.
JSU needed that, cutting the lead down to 7, as Wallace will go to the line for Jackson State. He averages 10 points a game this season, and he's almost at that average tonight. Wallace takes a few dribbles from the foul line, shoots, and misses again. Wow. Coming up on 6 minutes to play here in the second half. And they call a travel on Southern as Jackson State's defense applied the pressure.
Good job right there. Southern played right into the 1-2-2 zone trap. As soon as they crossed half court, the Tigers put the trap on them, and Southern didn't know where to go or what to do.
Jackson State inbounds the basketball. They put it into the hands of Howell. Now to Wallace. They work it inside, And they're going to call a pushing foul on the Jaguars.
And the Tigers are in the bonus right here. Actually, both teams are in the bonus, but the Tigers now go into the double bonus.
Javius McInnes was underneath the basket, trying to make a move, and was pushed in the back. So this will put McInnes at the line, the freshman from Brandon, Mississippi. He averages 9 points a game this season. Shoots, and that's a good-looking shot. He hits it.
This is where the free throws will come in big down the stretch in a game like this where both teams are in the bonus.
Tigers down 6, 48-42. McInnes hits them both. He's got a sweet-looking free throw shot. And that cuts the lead down to 5. JSU applying that pressure in the backcourt. Southern manages to get it into the front court. Under 6 to play here in the second half. Sean Woods calling out the play for his Jaguars. He's in his first year as head coach of Southern. Jags trying to make a move, 6 to shoot, and a block by McInnes with 3 seconds left on the shot clock. It went out of bounds. Wow, what a block.
Javius McInnes climbed the glass to clean that one out.
He knocked that into the cheerleaders. So Southern will have 3 seconds to shoot when they inbound this basketball. Turnaround shot by Ray, no good. But Southern fighting for the loose ball, picked up by Howell. Here comes Jackson State now. Oh, a layup attempt by the Tigers results in a JSU player hitting the floor and a foul on the Jags.
That's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Tigers. Tough shot down there by Southern. They get the offensive rebound, but the Tigers scrap to the floor to get a loose ball. And then they get out in transition and now go to the line to shoot 2 with the clock stopped.
Hassan Hussein picked up that foul, and at the line for Jackson State is Jontrell Walker. He hits the free throw, cutting the lead down to 4 at 48-44. Jontrell Walker, a 6'1", 185-pound senior from Aurora, Illinois. He attended Ball State, and now he's here at Jackson State, hitting both free throws, as Southern's lead is down to 48-45. Coming up on 5 minutes to play. Jags in trouble again, and they throw it away right into the hands of Richard Myers.
Good job right there. Again, Jeremiah Bozeman has been a spark off the bench defensively. He's at the head of that 1-2-2 zone press, and he is causing havoc on the Southern guards.
So Howell will trigger the ball in front of the scorer's table. And Jackson State with a chance to tie it or pull to within 1 with this trip down the floor. And the way the Tigers have been shooting threes, we'll say they'll pull to within 1. All right, we have a foul away from the basket. And this is on the Jaguars.
And again, the Tigers in the double bonus, so every time that whistle blows for the Tigers, they'll be shooting 2.
2 shots for Team Mac.
So McInnes back at the free throw line for the Tigers, looking to pull the team to within 1 with these free throws, and he hits the first. Southern 48, Jackson State 46. 5:01 to play. Jaguars led by as many as 9. J-Mac hits them both. And the Tigers have cut the lead down to 1 at 48-47. Jags trying to bring the ball into the front court, 2 hour left. And they do, into the hands of Aaron Ray. Now out high to Sadler. Jackson State's defense has been very impressive this season. Under 5 to go. Aaron Ray looking down low to Umude, and he almost lost it, goes up with it, hits the shot, and was fouled on the play.
Tough move right there by Umude. I felt like Javius McInnes was in good position, but a great spin move right there. I thought they were going to get Umude for a carry or travel or something because he lost the ball. But he was able to go up and finish, and now he'll go to the line and try to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play.
He shoots and hits. Southern extends to a 51-47 lead. Under 5 to go here in the second half.
Key foul right there on McInnes as well. That's his 4th foul, and we need him in the ball game.
Southern by 4. Tigers in the front court. Cross-court pass to Jontrell Walker for 3, and he hits it.
Great shot right there by Jontrell. He's been off all night, but that was a big one. Good find by Chris Howell.
Jontrell Walker buries a 3 from the right wing, and Jackson State has cut the lead down to 51-50. And Sean Wood said, I got to have a timeout, man.
Yeah.
4:17 to go.
Definitely wants to talk this one over.
We'll take a 1-minute break and come back. This is the Tiger Radio Network. All right, we're back at the Athletics and Assembly Center. What we are expecting to be a fantastic finish. Jaguars inbounding the basketball, and they lead it by 1. They're clinging to a 1-point lead. Jackson State's defense has been smothering here in this second half. They have it in the front court, and the officials call a foul on who?
Timeout, Southern. Fans, don't forget the Tiger Mask.
Looks like there's a timeout call.
I thought he held up a 2 and a 0.
Guess he was in a 20-second timeout?
I have no idea. I know one thing, this guy with these stats, he's wore out. Come on, man. he is worn out. And then he played on the football team. Oh, he's so tired bringing these stats up here, man.
Man. Got to do better.
4:07 to go. 4:07 to go here in the second half. Jackson State trailing 51-50 to the Southern Jaguars. Southern coming into this game 0-3 in conference play. 1-15 overall. Jackson State 2-1 and 5-11. And Southern almost throws it away again, but Ray keeps it alive. He hits the floor, and now a turnover by the Jaguars. As Ray stepped on the out-of-bounds line, and it will be JSU's ball with a chance to take the lead.
The defensive pressure by the Tigers has intensified even more. That's what forced that turnover right there.
Alabama State and Mississippi Valley has gone into overtime. Hornets lead the Delta Devils 73-71 in overtime. Under 4 minutes to go here. JSU trying to take the lead. Here's the shot from the left baseline is blocked, but Jackson State keeps it alive. 7 to shoot now. They're going to lob it to Lemmy Howard underneath. Howard puts it up, can't finish. Southern with the basketball. Another point-blank range shot. Howard appeared to be a little bit too deep under there to put that in.
Yeah, he didn't know where he was on the floor, found himself behind the basket and tried to go up with a layup. But again, that's one you have to finish at point-blank range.
Coming up on 3 minutes to play. Southern with a 1-point lead, 51-50. Jaguars in the front court. They lost the basketball. Wallace comes away with it. He almost lost it, keeps it alive. Wallace in the lane, puts it up off the glass, no good. Gets his offensive rebound, and they're going to call a foul on the Jaguars. with 2:49 left here in the second half.
I tell you what, Benji Wallace is playing a very hard and aggressive basketball game on both ends of the floor.
Sean Woods is beside himself.
Benji at the line with 2 shots.
So Benji Wallace at the line for Jackson State. He has struggled tonight from the free throw line. Wallace
bring it up right now.
Okay, I'm sorry. And he hits that one. And we're tied at 51. Wallace from Houma, Louisiana, from the University of New Orleans. Wallace, second free throw is good. He hits them both. And Jackson State has captured the lead at 52-51. The last time the Tigers led in this ball game, it was 35-34. 2:49 left to play. Jaguars will inbound the basketball and bring it the length of the floor. JSU fans urging on the Jackson State, fans urging on the defense. Southern in the front court, 2 hour left. Under 3 to play. Jaden Sadler with it. He'll put it into the hands of Destin Dunson. Southern at the top. Umude, 6 to shoot. Puts it up, hits the shot, and a foul called on Jackson State.
Umude has been causing problems all night for the Tigers. Very versatile 4-man. Plays well off the dribble and also down on that low post block.
Jeremiah Bozeman picks up that foul. There's 2 on him. This is going to put Umude at the line for the Jags, as the fans will certainly try to make him miss this free throw. They will come to life here with 2:23 to go. Umude makes it, and Southern extends to a 54-52 lead. So it's only a 2-point game for the Jaguars.
Ross back into the game. He has 4 fouls. And no Javius McInnes right now, as he has 4 fouls as well. You got to think that he'll be back very soon.
Howell in trouble for the moment. He was double teamed. He gets it to Ross. Ross dribbles to his left at the top. As they work the ball around the perimeter. 10 to shoot now for Jackson State. Down to 7, down to 6. And a foul is going to be called on Umude.
That's going to be 5 on Umude. That's going to be big.
Wow, that is fantastic. And the JSU fans are giving him a hand as he goes to the bench. As he is fouled out of the ball game. Boy, he is a thorn in our side tonight.
He definitely is. He just fouled out. He was at 16 points in the ball game. And Southern's go-to option now, they don't have a go-to option out there on the floor.
At the line for Jackson State is Jontrell Walker. And he hits the free throw, pulling JSU to within 1 at 54-53. Jimmy Howard comes out of the ball game for JSU as Walker attempts to tie this game up at 54 with his free throw, and he does. It's good. It rattled around, and it went down, and we're tied at 54 with 1:57 to go. It is 10:03 local time.
Key point in the game right here.
1:55 left to play. And it's stolen away by Jackson State. Ahead to Wallace. He lays it in for 2.
Jeremiah Bozeman has been a huge difference in this game. Great assist right there, but what he's doing at the top of that zone press has just been tremendous.
The Tigers with a 2-point lead at 56-54 with 1:31 to go. JSU proving why they have the best defense in the league. Here's Southern now. Sadler loses it again. Picked up by the Tigers. 2-on-1 break. Layup by Howell. It's good. And he's fouled.
Big steal on back-to-back possessions right there by the Tigers. Getting out in transition and scoring the basketball.
These fans on their feet as Jackson State's defense proving why they are number 1 in the SWAC. And they lead Southern 58-54 with 1:18 to go. And Coach Sean Wood said, I got to have a timeout right now, man.
Yeah, they don't have anybody out there that can handle that press that Jackson State is putting on them. The pressure has just definitely intensified, and the Tigers have taken advantage of this game with 1:18 left.
Wow. Next up for Jackson State, Prairie View on Saturday night, and then Texas Southern on Monday night. So they have to. This is a big game to win.
Definitely a big game. Like I said, you want to go into a road trip like that at 3-1 and go out there and give everything you have. You're playing two of the top teams in the SWAC, so you know it's going to be a dogfight. So you got to have everything. You got to give everything that you have each and every game on this one.
Elsewhere in Itta Bena, Mississippi Valley leading Alabama State in overtime with about a minute to go there, 77-76. Grambling defeated Alcorn 77-42, keeping the Braves winless on the season. And Arkansas Pine Bluff with a 1-point win over Alabama A&M 50-49. Here, Jackson State leading Southern University 58-54. At the line is Chris Howell trying to complete the and one and extend the lead, and he does not. And a loose ball foul is going to be called on Jontrell Walker, and Coach Britt showing some signs of anger right now.
That's not what you wanted right there. You stop the clock and allow them to score. They're in the double bonus as well.
Tigers with a 4-point lead, but this is going to send Southern to the line, and they've been pretty good from the free throw line tonight. Earlier tonight, the JSU women lose by 1 point to Southern University. That free throw is good.
Peanut Ross returns for the Tigers.
Coach Brent is going offense-defense sub right now. He's getting Peanut Ross in the game on offense, putting Jeremiah Bozeman in on defense every chance he gets.
1:17 to go. Second free throw by the Jags, good, as they have cut the lead down to 2 at 58-56. Jackson State, the top defensive team in the conference. Southern is coming into this game. Southern is dead last in defense. So this right now bodes well for Jackson State. 1 minute to play. 11 to shoot for JSU. This is a big possession for the Tigers. They only lead by 2. 6 to shoot. Cross-court pass. Here's a three-pointer for the Tigers. It's good! Wow!
That ball went off the glass. Not sure he called it, but we definitely will take it.
Oh, he may have got a little lucky right there, but we'll take it. Here's a three for Southern. It's no good. Rebound by the Tigers with 34 seconds left. JSU 61, Southern 56. And there's a foul in the backcourt, and JSU may keep these Jaguars winless with 29 seconds left.
That was a big shot right there by Jontrell Walker. It looked like it was going to go long, but it went off the glass and went in.
It certainly did. He got that friendly bounce here at the AAC. So at the line for Jackson State is Jontrell Walker, who could be the hero of the night. Free throw is good, and Jackson State extends to a 62-56 lead with 29 seconds left. It's a 2-possession game. Walker hits, he misses the second free throw. So 26 seconds left, and the Jaguars down 6. They go in the lane, puts it up and in. Off the glass is good. Jackson State in the backcourt will bring it into the front court, but a foul is called as Dontrellis Walker was bringing it into the front court. Only 18 seconds left.
Big free throws right here coming for Peanut Ross.
2 shots for Peanut.
JSU by 4. It's a 2-possession game. Peanut misses the free throw. Wow. It's a 2-possession game with 18 seconds left.
He's one of our better free throw shooters as well.
He hits 1 of 2 as Jackson State extends to a 63-58 lead. Southern quickly in the front court. And that layup is no good. Rebounded by JSU, and a foul in the backcourt with 11.9 seconds left. And it's looking pretty good for JSU.
That definitely should do it with the Tigers up 5 and going to the free throw line, Chris Howell can put this game out of contention right here.
How do you work on free throws? Because this seems to be the Tigers' Achilles heel.
Obviously,
three-point shooting.
Obviously, it's repetition, but at the same time, it's got to be a mindset. A guy has to take on the mindset and understand what those free throws mean, value those shots.
Wow. Howell at the free throw line misses the first. You okay? Missed them both. 7 seconds left. Ray for 3 for Southern. It's off the back iron, no good. Jackson State with the rebound, and that's going to do it with a 1.4 seconds left.
Fans of Tigers appreciate you hanging in there with us tonight. Give Coach Brent and the Tigers a round of applause.
Wow. Ray cannot believe it. He's holding his head. Frustrated. This team has got to be frustrated, man. They will be 0-4 with this loss tonight.
Oh, most definitely. As a player, you go into any season with the expectations high and hopes to compete for a championship. But
they have to work on free throws, man. Look at this. I mean, you got Walker just missed that one.
Exactly.
How many missed free throws do they have today? I don't think I've ever seen the Jackson State team miss these many free throws. He made that one, extending the lead to 64-58. But that's going to do it with 1.4 seconds to go. And Jackson State, your winner tonight, Trey. Your overall thoughts?
Again, great fight. The guys came out, made the adjustments that Coach gave them at halftime, and they really picked up the defensive intensity. Definitely liked what Jeremiah Bozeman brought off the bench. I feel like he really changed this game, and the Tigers fought out another hard-fought win, something that will bode well down the stretch that we hope for. But now our toughest stretch comes right in front of us here as we head to Houston for a weekend stretch.
All right, a big win for JSU. I know you have to get to the locker room. Thank you so much, Trey. We'll see you in Houston.
Thank you.
All right, Jackson State, your winner tonight. 64-58 over the Southern Jaguars. Jackson State improves to 3-1 in conference play. Don't think anyone thought JSU would improve to be 3-1 at this point in the season. The Tigers 3-1 and 6-11. Southern drops to 0-4 and 1-16. Wow. Up next, Jackson State travels to Houston to take on Prairie View and Texas Southern. For Jackson State President Dr. William Bynum, for JSU Athletic Director Ashley Robinson, and Dr. Elaine Hayes Anthony, the chair of the Department of Journalism and Media Studies, I'm Rob J. along with Trey Johnson saying so long from the Athletics and Assembly Center. Again, the final score, Jackson State 64, Southern University 58. We'll see you on Saturday in Houston. So long, everybody.
Good job, man. You